YouTubers. Rebirth Island is finally back and season 3 of the brand new Warzone is here. And today I'm bringing you guys the best settings for Rebirth Island for the brand new season for Urzikstan, ranked, resurgence, the whole 9 yards, everything. The best graphic settings for visual clarity, FPS, the best controller settings for literal aimbot, aim assist, the best audio settings, the best settings in the game right here, right now. You guys have been asking, and I'm bringing you guys an updated video. If you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to smash the like button. If you guys would do me a favor, that's go down below, hit the sub button, sub to the channel. If you guys want to be featured in the video, go down below, comment Noti Gang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. To start off our settings, we're going to jump on board with the controller settings. I do play on controller. I was a mouse and keyboard player. Mouse and keyboard is so very fun, but I'm going to give it to you straight up. It's absolutely unfair because aim assist is broken, especially when you use these settings I'm going to give you guys today. So first and foremost, I do use an aim controller. You guys can use code Ryda at aimcontrollers.com for a massive savings, anywhere from 10 to 30% on controllers. That means if you buy a $300 controller, you might have a chance to get $100 off. It just depends. Go on the website, go to your controller, deck it out just like this one I do have here, and get some massive savings and use the best controller in the game. The only controller company with a lifetime warranty on all modded parts. Okay, they are also offering Hall Effect sticks now on all their controllers. That means they're offering the sticks that guarantee a 99% chance that you don't get stick drift. Okay, back to our controller settings. Again, I do play on controller. My button layout. A lot of you guys always ask, I play on tactical. What exactly does that mean? Basically, that flips your right stick and your circle button or your B button if you're on Xbox, meaning that since I do play on tactical, I crouch and go prone with my stick instead of circle, which isn't a big deal. You guys do get a controller with paddles. A lot of people put their bottom right paddle on circle, their bottom left on jump. So it's just personal preference. Again, I do play tactical. Going down the list, bumper ping, I play with this off. Flip L1 and L2, R1 and R2. I play with this off because I do have digital buttons on my triggers and my bumpers. That means I have mouse clicks for my bumpers and my triggers. Those of you guys that don't have digital buttons, I would consider maybe flipping and shooting with L1 and R1 because whenever you pull the trigger, it's faster to hit the bumper than it is to pull the trigger all the way down. Just my personal opinion. I definitely think you guys should look into that or look into getting a controller with digital bumpers. Stick layout, default, controller vibration off. I would turn this off. When your controller vibrates, it's going to do nothing but affect your aim. Dead zone inputs. I'm currently playing on a brand new controller, so I'm on 0 left stick minimum, 0 right stick minimum, and my left and right triggers are 0. So as soon as I hit the trigger, it is going to fire or ADS. You're going to see here on my left stick max, I have it on 60. The reason I have this setting on 60 is all I have to do is move my stick forward and I automatically enable auto attack sprint. Try it out. Let me know. I'm telling you, this is the sauce for insane movement. Jumping on board with our aiming section of the controller, I do play on 13 sensitivity. It's pretty high. Those of you guys just now switching to controller, I would consider something a little bit slower. Those of you guys that struggle a little bit in the accuracy department, I would consider trying 6.6 and then moving up from there. But in my opinion, 13 with 0.75 ADS multiplier is the godsend in this Warzone for movement, mobility, and being able to have insane aim. Jumping on board with our sense multiplier, I have these all at 1. Vertical aim access, standard all the way down. Tactical stance, sense multiplier, 0.70. Aim response curve. This is a big one. A lot of people ask, Ryda, what are your aim assist settings? I play on default with a dynamic aim response curve. Basically, this is what's going to make your aim assist feel so sticky. Some players are now switching to linear, in my opinion, especially those you guys that aren't as skilled of a player. Do not go to linear. It's a lot harder. Aim assist isn't as sticky. You guys won't like it. Try these settings right here. Dynamic aim response curve, default aim assist, and you will be shooting absolute nukes. Going on down the board, continuing on with the aiming settings, ADS sense multiplier focus, 0.75. ADS sensitivity, transition timing, instant, custom sense presume. All this is doing is changing your 0.75 right here and right here per the size of your scope. Just put it on 0.75 and leave this off. Target aim assist. Turn it on. If you don't have this on, you're limiting yourself. It needs to be on whenever you do play controller. It is broken. Aim assist type, default, ADS aim assist on, third person, ADS correction type, assist, motion sensing behavior off. Jumping on board with our gameplay. There are going to be some pretty important ones here, so pay attention. Automatic sprint. I play on auto attack sprint. Basically what that means is as soon as I move my left stick forward, that engages the sprint. That means I don't have to sit here and spam my left stick to run fast. Saves your controller life of the stick, and it makes your movement so much better. Slide made sense, sprint on, auto move forward off, tactical sprint behavior, double tap, ground and mantle off. I had this turned off so I don't mantle over all the little couches and chairs and windows in buildings whenever I'm like jump shotting people inside of buildings. Automatic airborne mantle partial, automatic ground mantle hang off. Slide behavior. I had this on slide only. This is a new setting. I prefer slide only because there's 0 delay for slide cancel. I would advise you guys to try to get used to hybrid, because it basically what hybrid is you could tap the slide, but when you're holding your sprint button, so your left stick down and you tap the slide, you'll then dive. So you can utilize diving and sliding, which is very good. It sells me in gunfights, and sometimes I dive on accident, so I just prefer not to use it. But if you can get used to it, this is godlike movement. It's insane. Plunging underwater, trigger, parachute, automatic behavior, off. You break your legs, turn this on. Sprinting door bash, on. Ledge climb behavior, movement based. Aim down sight behavior, hold. Chain zoom activation, sprint, tactical sprint. Focus, equipment behavior, hold. Weapon mount activation will be ADS plus melee. Weapon mount exit delay, medium. Tactical stance activation, ADS down button. Tactical stance behavior, on toggle. Interact, reload behavior. This is a very important one. Prioritize, interact. What does that mean? A lot of you guys ask, Ryda, how do you pick up things so fast? This is the setting you need to turn on. Prioritize, interact is going to allow you to tap to reload and interact, tap to interact, hold to reload when they're available simultaneously. So if there are plates below you and you need to reload, you're going to tap square to pick the plates up, hold square to reload your gun. Put this setting on, it's insane. Armor plate behavior. Apply all. Hit triangle 1 time to put on 3 plates. You don't have to hit triangle 3 separate times. Good setting. ADS stick swap, off. Directional buttons. Or backpack control, directional buttons. Depleted ammo weapon switch. This needs to be on. When you run out of ammo in your AR, it'll automatically switch to your pistol and you don't have to switch. So you don't run around the corner and say, oh, I don't have any ammo. It automatically switches you. Quick C4 detonation. This can be 1 by 1 or grouped. I personally like it on 1 by 1 better. Manual fire behavior. Do not have this on hold. It will make your semi-automatic weapons shoot very, very, very slow. Just put it on press. Akimbo behavior, independent. Vehicle camera recenter, short delay. Camera initial position, free look. Lean out activation, melee. Jumping on board with the best graphic settings. For this video, I'm gonna give you guys the graphic settings that make your game still look great, but give you the best frames for performance. I do play on full screen exclusive. You guys should as well for the most optimal performance on your machine. I play on a 27-inch, 360 hertz, 1440p monitor. It's brand new. I love it. It's a new Alienware OLED. It's an insane monitor. I love it. Again, I do play on 360 hertz at a 2K resolution. I do have a 4090 graphics card, and I'd play with an automatic aspect ratio. Display gamma, I have this on 2.2 sRGB. Brightness, I play at 55. I feel like this is the perfect balance to be able to see people in dark corners and not overly make your game too bright to where you can't see. NVIDIA Reflex low latency, off. Eco mode preset, custom. Basically turn this off. You don't want this to be on. This is going to limit your game for your power bill, and put your console or your PC in economy mode, so your energy consumption is lower. I personally don't care about that. I want the best performance. Turn it off, run it up. Menu render resolution, optimal. Pause game rendering, off. Focus mode, 90. HDR, automatic. Jumping on board with our quality section. We're going to play on the custom graphics preset because we are going to do these ourselves, these settings ourselves. We're going to play on 100% render resolution. Basically, we're going to play on 2560 by 1440p. Meaning we do play at 2K res. Dynamic resolution, off. Upscaling and sharpening, I had this on Fidelity FX cast with a 90% strength, or with a 90 cast strength setting. Path tracing, ray construction, off. VRAM scale target, 50. VRAM readable rate shading, off. NVIDIA DLSS, off. Leave these settings off, they're a gimmick. Texture resolution, normal. This is gonna play a big part in affecting your CPU and your memory. Texture filter and isotropic. I have this setting on low. This is going to affect your GPU the most. Depth of field, off. Turn this setting off. You don't want your screen to look all blurry when you're ADSing. Detail quality level, low. Particle resolution, very low. If you choose to change these settings, it's going to affect your GPU the most. And it's going to very lightly affect your memory. Bullet impacts, you can have these on. I just turn them off for more FPS. It's really not that big of a deal. Persistent effects, off. This affects your memory to a medium scale. Shader quality, low. This affects your GPU to a medium scale. On-demand texture streaming, off. Local texture streaming quality, low. Shadow quality, normal. I use this to be able to see people in dark corners. You can turn this to low if you want. It's going to affect your GPU and your memory. Mess around, I like it on normal. Screen space shadows, off. Ambient occlusion, off. Screen space reflections, normal. Static reflection quality, low. This is going to affect your memory. Tessellation, off. Volumetric quality, low. Deferred physics quality, off. Weather grid volumes, low. Water quality, low. Jumping on board with our third tab, the view section. I do play on 119 FOV over 120. The reason for that is I heard you lose aim assist more at 120, so I like 119. This is a very important setting right here. I do play on the affected ADS field of view. This is gonna make your visual recoil less playing on effective. It makes guns easier to shoot. It makes recoil easier to control. Don't believe me? Turn on affected, go to independent, tell me which one is easier to control the recoil on. Weapon field of view, I play with this on wide. The reason why I do that is it makes the weapon smaller, meaning I can see more on my screen, also making recoil easier to control. Third person field of view, 90. Vehicle field of view, default. World motion blur, off. Turn this on, it looks horrible, it makes you sick, makes you want to throw up. Weapon motion blur, off. Same thing. Film grain, 0. First person camera movement, absolutely one of the most important settings. Turn this on least, turn this on 50%. It stops all the camera shake, majority of all the camera shake, and makes controlling recoil that much easier, especially the visual recoil. Those of you guys that struggle with motion sickness, turn all these off. Third person, least as well. Third person ADS, transition, third person ADS. My spectator camera, helmet camera, inverted flashbang. If you don't like the bright white light from the flashbang, you can turn it to inverted, so it makes it just black. Jumping into one of the most commonly talked about settings on my channel, the audio settings. So I do play on Cinema Audio Mix. It's my newest setting I've been playing on. I enjoy it the most. It has the highest dynamic range for cinema theater set systems, but I use it on a headset and I really do enjoy it. I do use the Artist War Tune with my gain volume at 100% and my effects volume at 100% with everything else turned off besides the dialogue volume. I advise you guys to follow these settings thoroughly so you can get the best audio yourself. Voice chat and all this settings is personal preference. You guys don't need to change that. The only thing you need to change going down here is these two settings right here. Mono audio needs to be turned off so it doesn't merge the left and right audio channels into both ears, so you still have directional. And reduced tinnitus sound needs to be set to on as well. So like sounds from stuns and flashes, and like the very loud piercing audio is replaced with a dull murky sound, and it's not as bad. So that's not the only portion of the audio. I do play on cinema. What else I do is, now this is gonna be for the PC players only. You guys talk about how loud my chests are and how clear my audio is. I have one setting for you guys to change right now that's gonna make your audio that much better. Unfortunately, it's only for people on PC. So if you're on console, unfortunately, you need to use like Dolby Atmos. But those of you guys on PC, you're gonna go to your desktop in the bottom. On this, you're gonna click on sounds. You're gonna go to playback right here. And you're gonna go down and you're gonna find whichever audio source you are using to play your game through. So if it's an Astro, if it's a Sennheiser headset, if it's IEMs, find it here. If it's a HyperX headset, find it here and right click on it. So for instance, I use a game slider on my Go XLR. So right here's my game. I'm gonna right click on it. So this is your Astros or your headset. Right click on it, go to properties, go to enhancements, loudness equalization, click this, turn it on, go to settings, release time, drag it all the way to the left. Okay, apply. Go back into your game and tell me that footsteps are not so much easier to hear. Yes, chests are loud, but it's just part of it. If you want to hear footsteps, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Okay, jumping on board with the rest of the settings video. All you guys always ask about the graphics and the quality. So let's go here to interface. And before we read down through here, color customization. I do play on a custom color palette: white, blue, green, red, pink, orange. I play on filter 2 with both the world and the interface being filtered with 100% intensity on the interface, but that's not it. I will go to my desktop here. I'm gonna right click on my desktop. I'm gonna go to NVIDIA control panel. I'm gonna open it up here. I'm gonna go to adjust desktop color settings. I'm gonna click on my monitor, which is a Dell monitor. Our color channel we're gonna have on all channels. Down here on digital vibrance, I have this turned up to 100%. So I want you to pay attention to my desktop here as you see it and watch what happens when I turn this down. This is 50%. See how dull this is? What you guys are normally used to viewing on. This is what your game looks like. This is what my game looks like. See the color difference? So I play on mono 100. It's going to be a lot for your eyes initially to get used to, so I would advise you guys to start at 75. But changing these settings make the game look so much better. I'm telling you, try it for a few days, come back, let me know. Whenever it does change the way your game looks and it looks that much better, you got to come back and drop a sub. Okay, so back to the interface settings. The only thing you need to change here is the color customization, the HUD bounds. You can change it so you don't have to look far enough with your head. But the mini map shape needs to be set to square over circles so you can see 30% more of your mini map. Mini map rotation on, horizontal compass on, crosshairs on, hit marker visuals on, damage base hit markers on. And other than that, go down here to telemetry. I play with my FPS counter on, my server latency, packet loss, GPU temperature. With that being said, guys, those are the best settings for Rebirth and the brand new Season 3 of Warzone. If you guys learned anything, make sure you guys smash the like button. If you want to make your way back, you guys did enjoy the content, or you're coming back to tell me that the settings are the best, hit the sub button. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Got a super bad bitch, feel like Jonah Hill. Look at how she walk, and you know